Hà Mạnh Luân authored many books famous among young readers who are struggling to find literacy inspiration ideas while working in Hanoi for 5 years. One day, he decided to find new experience and inspiration in the strange land. He then came to Ta Sua, fell in love with this paradise and decided to stay there. At first, Luân intended to stay there for a short time with hope that fresh air could refresh his mind and help him regain energy. However, he discovered the land's tourism potential and made up his mind to embark on tourism career. After 5 years, he owns one homestay facility and a restaurant in the best locations of Ta Sua paradise.
Mình muốn tăng cho mình một cái sự trải nghiệm.
I did want to enrich my experience in a completely new living environment so that I could find literacy inspiration ideas. I was introduced to Vietnamese homestay for around 1.5 years in Ta Sua. As the job helped me save a huge sum of money, I decided to open a restaurant next to the homestay. In 2019, I built my own homestay. A year later, I sold it and built Ta Sua Clouds Homestay. I am now operating the facility.
Meanwhile, Phạm Thị Nhung, who was married with 2 kids, had a stable job, decided to leave Hanoi in 2019 and start a handmade business in her hometown called Hoa Mộc.
Earlier, I thought I would stay in the city forever so that my kids would have better conditions to study. I changed my mind after the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. At that time, I was allowed to work from home, and I took my kids to my hometown. I found that the children have larger space to play when they live in the countryside. When we lived in the city, they kept asking me why I picked them up at school so late, and I felt bad about not having much time with them. That's why I decided to leave Hanoi to start my own business in the countryside.
Like Luân and Nhung, many young people have followed the urban exodus trend since they were worn out the rat race in the city. Each has his or her own reason to leave the city. However, starting new life and new career in a new land is not easy at all.
Ta Sua đẹp nên thơ.
Ta Sua hosts stunning landscapes, but life in the remote mountainous commune is not easy at first. A 14-kilometer rugged road from the township to Ta Sua, harsh climate, dense fog, and homesickness were great challenges for me.
With Luân, Ta Sua and his startup journey have brought him a wealth of interesting experience. As for Nhung, she has more time for her kids and has her own brand. Some have found themselves, their future and career right in the peaceful countryside. Grave concerns and even utter failure are part of their journey.
Think twice before making your decision. If you choose to leave city for countryside, you should have specific orientation. It is not because you get a dismal failure in the city and you have to go to the countryside. You may find a better path for your career when you leave the city.
When you fall in love with life in the countryside, congratulations! You are returning to nature and giving a helping hand to protect the environment, the thing that you may not do when you live in the city.
No matter whether young people choose to live in urban or rural areas, if they have great dreams and seriously pursue them, they will certainly find their own way.